one and only Brandi Bradley with me today.
Hi, y'all.
Okay, sure and sweet. So I want to let y'all know that she is called AKA the matchmaker of real estate.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now how the heck did you get that name?
So I kind of make name myself that,
Okay.
and it's kind of like a love connection, right? I'm creating a love connection, but instead of creating a love connection with people, I'm creating a love connection with a buyer, a person in their new home. So helping them find the love of their life, aka their new home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the couple matchmaker, basically. That kind
Yeah.
of way?
I mean, no,
Or
matching you with. Remember, so your home is going to be something that you want to fall in love with, right? You want it to
mm,
be. This is going to be a big part of your life, your home, right? So
okay.
you want it to be something that you love, something that just feels like obviously the word home for you. So I'm creating a love connection because you gotta love your home,
Right. Right, right.
So when I'm taking people out to find that new home, right? I want to know that they love their home. Of course, I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, it's nice. That's not the one. I want you to like love the home that you find.
Yeah. That is true. Now,
Yeah.
I'm in the real estate too, but not probably as much as you are. I mean,
Mhm.
I do have houses and stuff, but
I know that's right.
it's
Yep.
it's a lot of work.
It
It's a
is.
lot of work.
Yep. It is.
Did you get influenced by your first house or just the process of like looking for it?
So, hmm. So I got inspired because I originally was working in a prison for 16 years.
Okay.
Needed a change, right?
Wait a minute. So
Um,
you was a CEO?
yes, I was in the prison system for 16 years.
Okay.
So during the course of the 16 years, I was an officer, a sergeant, and when I resigned, I was a lieutenant. So
Mm.
yeah, so I did that for 16 years, and when I left, I did a little bit of property management for a friend of mine that had a property management business, and that kind of inspired me to like really branch out into actual becoming a real estate agent.
That's a little different from like that to that though.
Child, please,
It's like
yes,
way
it's. But
different.
guess what? I love it.
Right.
I enjoy it. Like it's so peaceful for me. Like I mean, obviously everything you do, is going to be a little stressful, but yeah, it's so peaceful for me.
Right. I would think it would be stressful because I know like me looking for my first house or even like helping people, you know, somewhat with their transition of their stuff, the process is stressful.
It can be.
It's very, very stressful. Even getting all the way down to the closing, like closing is stressful to
It
me,
can be. Yeah,
you know?
it can be really stressful, but in the end, I think it's so much. When you get that home, you move in, you get those keys. It's so much more rewarding. So I feel like that stress, the rewards outweigh the stress once you finally get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah, that check
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, for me,
Yeah,
like
like the check is different.
for the buyer,
Yeah.
especially someone that this has been something that they wanted to always achieve. Like it's
Mhm.
so rewarding knowing that especially during that stressful time, they stuck to it. They didn't give up,
Yeah.
and now they get to reap the rewards.
That
Like it's
check is
awesome.
nice. Cause you know what? I get referrals
Uh
sometimes.
huh. Uh
So
huh.
when I do like stuff like that for people,
Right. Well,
I get
we got to talk about
yeah, I
that
get
so we can figure out how
referrals.
we can work together on that too.
Yeah, I be getting my little money and every couple thousand. It don't
Yeah.
be like no couple
Yeah,
hundred or
it's
whatever.
definitely but
Yeah.
it could be a lot of work. So it's like at the end, it's like okay, you put forth that effort. You help somebody accomplish a dream they may have been wanting to accomplish for forever, and you've helped them get accomplish their goal. So
Yeah, that's true. What would you say is the hardest part about trying to do the whole buying of the house? Is it like the people getting the money down, the down payment, the grants, or is it like actually finding the house?
so I think more so for like in the black community is a lot to do with savings
Mm,
and credit,
okay.
because for so long, like we have been ignorant to what it took to save money, how to save money, what a credit score is, how
Right.
how you kind of increase your credit score. What do you need to do to have good credit?
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of the harder pieces. So a lot of people in our community are getting with the program. They are learning these things.
Yeah.
But for so long they didn't know how to do it.
Right.
So that's the hardest part, like talking to people that really want to get, buy a home, but they may not have the savings, or the credit score may not be where they needed to be. Finding a
Mm-hmm.
house, a lot of times, that's the easy part. You
You
know,
think so?
yeah, I think it is,
Because they be
especially.
picky.
I mean, it depends. So I'm transparent with my buyers.
Okay.
So one, it's not me just getting a check. It's not just about a transaction for me. Like, I take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of become best friends during the transaction. So I'm on your line, you on my line. So I'm being open with them. Like, hey, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I know you want this, but depending on your budget and depending on, there's a lot of things that come into play. And like, when you got to be realistic with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could be picky, but when it all comes down to it, once they finally realize what they really want, it becomes
They be thinking they know what they want until,
yeah, yep, yep.
Because
But
you can spend somebody for a good couple months, though. Like,
yeah,
they
I
can
mean,
spend you.
you can, and that happens. But
Yeah.
that's why, sometimes we work as agents. We work for months with people, and we don't get paid.
I know.
Right? We don't
I
get paid for
know.
that, but people don't know that. But
But I that's why, like, they asked me, did I want to go on a really? I was like, because I know, like, I was dragging some people for a while, like,
yeah,
because she's like, I don't know, hold on, I want this, I changed my mind, da da da, and that sucks for
yeah,
somebody that is not getting paid. You got your car
right,
and driving all around to these different places and
yeah,
nothing,
yep. No gas,
no
none of that.
nothing, no
But
credit, no
you know
nothing.
what's so funny? A lot of times, like I said, um, I try to bring value to my clients. So
Hmm.
it's not, like I said, not just about the transaction. So we're building a relationship.
Right.
So even in the event they don't purchase at that time, a lot of times they come back. So it's
Mm.
like, okay, maybe not right now, but right now doesn't mean never. So a lot of times they come back and they say, Brandy, I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
That's
And
still a hurt piece, though.
I mean, it is.
Because
But
you'll be like,
listen,
yeah, I'm going to close. Next
listen,
thing you
you
know.
you gotta take the good with the bad, and it's just
Right.
part of the game.
Have you ever, like, positioned yourself like, okay, I'm closing, and then wait, expecting that money, and then nothing?
Oh yes, girl.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta
hard.
stop doing. Sometimes you be counting that money before it even get there, but you
Yeah.
gotta learn how not to do that, because, like you said,
Whew.
you could be 2 days away from a transaction and something can happen at the
Mm-hmm.
last minute. A buyer could go finance a brand new car, and now the lender's like, absolutely not. And now that deal that you've been working on for months, working with this
It
person for months,
sucks.
like you said, driving them to houses, doing paperwork,
Yeah,
taking
because you
phone
got to
calls
pick
or
them up
texts.
sometimes.
Right. Yep. So now that bill that you thought that you were gonna, get paid for, you don't
Get
get
it?
paid. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. I had one, when I got one of my houses, it was the seller's fault.
Mhm.
It got behind or whatever, whatever. And so the real estate broker, because we was like, where are we gonna go? We don't have nowhere to go.
Oh
And they
wow.
gave us an apartment and let us stay there. They was really, really nice. They
Oh
wanted that deal
wow.
to work. I was like, well, if we don't get no place to go, we're gonna have to just.
Right.
And it was like, we got an apartment, you can stay there for a
Yep.
little
Listen, that's
bit.
all I wanted about, is wanted to get that house sold. He had
Yeah,
to do what he had to do.
they had to do what they had to do, and they really, so it's stuff like that. What's one of the longest waits you had to wait for
For
to
a deal to
close?
close.
Yeah.
Probably 2 months.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, 2 months. I was working with an investment client, and he
Okay.
was doing a rehab loan, and it can be tricky with rehab loans because you
I'm
gotta have
sure.
contractors on board. You gotta the actual lender. It's just really really complex,
Hmm.
and we couldn't find a good contractor. The contractor kept like disappearing on us. As a result, we couldn't get the paperwork done on time. It was
Hmm.
just a lot, but yeah, that was about 2 months. That was the longest
That's
one.
crazy. Like, I would think that it would be easier because it's just nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They starting from the ground up. They ain't got to worry about nothing. It's just like
Yeah.
freshly, you
But
know.
see, with the rehab loan, the only thing with the rehab loan is the lender is going to basically finance the actual rehab. So
Hmm.
they require certain things like the paperwork to be filled out based on what the contractor's going to do. They need to see how much it's going to cost. Are they doing exactly what needs to be done, like the major things?
Right.
So that's a process, like I said. And with contractors, they know their process is a draw process. So they know they have to do work before they get paid, right?
Hmm.
So a lot of contractors don't
Don't
want
want
to
to do
do that.
that.
They're like,
No.
oh no, we don't want to wait for our money. So like they you come their way like, hey, listen, I need a contract to do this. We're gonna be doing a rehab loan. They like run the opposite direction. So
Mm-hmm.
finding somebody that really wants to work and do that and wait for their money
Yeah,
can be kind of difficult.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you well, why would you go into like cuz you're in the real estate and real estate make a lot of money, right?
Yes.
Why do the content? Because the content is like kibbles and bits compared to that.
Well, so I started creating content for the same reason. So real estate reasons. Well, initially,
Mhm.
so I'm licensed in PA and Philly, and people be sleeping on Philly.
Do that?
So yeah, they be sleeping
Philly's
on.
up and up.
I mean, it is. But
Mhm.
a lot of people, when I talk to people, people want to move out of Philly.
Okay.
Oh, I want to move out of Philly, and that's fine. You know, sometimes life changes, journey changes. You might want to move out of Philly, but a lot of people asleep on Philly. So I started creating a content. I'm like, well, how can I get people to see that Philly is where it's at?
Mhm.
Philly's still
Yeah.
where it's at. We got stuff. We got restaurants. We got all different events going on here in Philly. So I was like,
True.
how can I get people to continue to buy in Philly? So that's why I started creating the content, showing them what Philly has to offer. So that's how I initially started creating the content.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah, I gotta come with you one day. We could do
Let's
like a
go.
tag team type of
Yes,
thing.
yes.
That can
Listen,
help
sometimes
you.
I need a partner. Come
Yeah,
on,
I
girl.
would definitely listen. Hit me up, and we
Yeah,
can do a tag team.
yeah.
And I'll just like, what did they say? Shadow you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
my next restaurant I go to, I'm gonna hit you up.
Okay.
We're
I
gonna
was talking
go.
about real estate though.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, you can come
Yeah,
there
I
too.
want to like
Yeah.
incorporate that into my brand.
Yes.
Help people
Yes.
get apartments and stuff.
Yes.
Cause I
Yes.
know how hard that is trying to
Yeah.
people. And it's crazy. People ask me all the time. You know anybody got an apartment? Cause I do real estate too, and I'm like, I actually don't. Like I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I be scared to tell them about certain people or like certain things
Right.
because I really don't know for a fact whether it's legit or not.
Right.
So I be
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
really
Me either.
don't. I don't know nobody
Yeah.
because they be wanting to rent though. That's the
Right,
thing.
right.
Do you
So
do?
I don't do a lot of rentals.
Yeah.
I always say any event you are looking for a rental, still come my way because obviously working in real estate, I have colleagues, I have friends that are realtors. I don't do many rentals, but I have contacts that do, so I can always connect with somebody that does do rentals.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I have really bad credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would get what I want if you got the money. Like if money talks.
I think you know what I think recently people have shied away from it.
Really?
Because they look at it as credit is showing them your history
Stable.
of being able to pay,
Mm-hmm.
how reliable you are at paying, right? So you have money, right? You can have a lot of money, but that doesn't necessarily mean you pay your bills. So what ends up happening is now a lot of landlords, remember you used to say private landlords,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of landlords are getting away from private landlords, and they want to do the whole screening process because
True.
they've gotten
He got
tired of
beat.
trying to look out for people and got burnt in the process. So
That's
they're like,
true.
I'm not doing it anymore.
See,
So
I did like my houses that I have. They're like option to buy,
right,
and I know people tell me I'm crazy, but that's how I started my
right,
like that's how I got my first house.
mm-hmm,
So I did the option to buy type of vibe, and I don't have no problem with them. And you know what? I never did a credit check.
right.
I know I'm super
Well, you got
crazy.
lucky. You got
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
You got lucky.
Yeah, she said you got like
Maybe you just got a good sense of character.
yeah.
You
Well,
can fill people out.
one was messed up. That was Section 8, and I said never
Right,
again with Section 8.
right,
You know,
right.
that was it
Now
for
I
me.
don't think Section 8 is totally bad.
Everybody says
You
that,
know
but
why?
like,
So
mm-mm.
so what I think happened was you
Okay.
just told me that
What?
you're not screening people. So
True.
you just want to be more, you just want to screen people.
I just don't want
That's
to
so
do that
thoroughly.
ever again.
Yeah, because guess
Never
what?
again.
It's people out here, they have the Section 8 and
Yeah,
things like that.
they do.
They got good jobs. They've been at their job for years. They pay their bills on time. You just got to screen to find those people.
True. All right, Section 8 people, don't be mad at
You
me.
don't
I'm
be
just
mad.
saying that was a bad experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because they will be coming. They be like, ain't nothing wrong with. No,
Yeah.
some people are like some of my girlfriends is
Mm-hmm.
they got Section 8.
Right.
So I'm not against that. Like they are okay.
Right.
Like you said, that was
That's
just
just the screening process.
yeah.
Talking to people, looking at their employment history, looking at their payment
Well, they
history.
had vouchers, so I was like, okay, you good with me? You got
Right,
the
but
money?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't be like
Yeah,
that.
we be looking at that money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
What's the misconception of like a real estate? You know, a realtor. What would you say is the
One
real
of the things,
estate?
probably one of the things you said earlier was that check, that money.
That's right.
So I don't know about other agents, but I can speak for myself. Like, all money not good money, right? So just because you come and you say you have money doesn't mean that I'm going to work with you.
Okay.
Because I want to work with people that want to work with me. You know, so I feel like what's for you is going to be for you. So if I meet someone and I find out that we don't work well together, I don't have a problem saying no. This is not going to work for us.
Even if you got a contract with them, because don't y'all got to sign
I mean, you
contracts and
sign a
everything?
contract. You do sign a contract, but when it comes down to it, and we're not supposed to, but if I have a contract with someone and I figure out it's not going to work,
You could pass them
I
on?
will release you from your contract.
Oh.
I will, because it's a few things that I don't tolerate, right? So one, I feel like respect is due to everybody,
True.
right? So I conduct myself in a certain way. I only like put out a certain kind of energy. Don't get me wrong, I'm human. I'm not perfect, but you're not going to disrespect me.
That's true.
You know, because I'm not going to do it to you. So I just feel like I'm never going to put my self-respect, you know, below a check.
On the line, right.
I can't.
I don't blame you.
I can't.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
What would you say that the part of the house that sells it? I know people say the kitchen,
I love the bathroom.
but the bathroom?
I love bathrooms.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
You ever go to a hotel and you go in a bathroom and it's like luxurious? They got the big soaking tub, the big walk-in shower, the big glass doors, and like you just go in there like I can be in this room all day. Like,
right.
I love.
So the bathroom gets you.
Like when I go in houses, I love the bathroom.
Really? It's usually the kitchen.
The kitchen is nice, but
can you cook though? Can you cook? Because that's probably why.
I can cook.
All right, I don't know.
But the bathroom, because the bathroom just reminds me of spa relaxations. You got a beautiful bathroom. You go in there, you light your candles, you got your music going. You like it's like your safe haven. Like it's like being in a spa without having to go to the spa. If your bathroom is luxurious enough, it give you that spa vibe.
Okay.
So I love bathrooms.
Do you believe in having a TV in your bathroom?
I don't have one of mine.
I kind of like them. No, but not now. But I'm saying like I do, because I'm building my house right now.
Okay.
But I do believe in a, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I like the TV in every room.
I mean,
I'm bougie like that.
I guess like I feel like if your bathroom is big enough, then you can have a TV. You can't have this little behind bathroom with this TV in it.
But why you watching TV in the bubbles? You know what I'm saying? Got the TV? No.
You just gotta be in a huge soaking tub or jacuzzi or something like that with the TV in it.
Right.
But listen, you can do what you want. It's your house.
Do you try to convince them to do certain things how do you persuade them? Like if they say if the house has everything that they want, right? How do you try to like persuade them that this is the one, or you don't even try?
So I normally don't try to persuade them. I normally try to lead them.
Okay.
Which is more so like when I take my buyers out, I have them rate the houses.
Oh, okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10. So when I initially take them out, I normally don't tell them if a score is over 8, then that means they're going to be seriously considering it. Mm-hmm. So I just, when we first go out, as we're getting to know each other, we're looking at houses. When they get to that 8, I have a conversation with them.
Okay.
Right? So I tell them, if you rate something at 8 and up, that means that you're seriously considering it. You're serious about this. If you say 7, 7.5, that means you're not. But an 8 out of 10, you got to figure
7.5 is kind of.
I mean, 7.5. And it depends on the experience. So if we've been working together and they've been doing 5, 6, 6, 6, and they get to that 7.5, or they like 7.5, 8, and I'm like, all right, we've been seeing a lot of 5s and 6s. 7.5, that's pretty high for you, right? I think you might really want to consider, moving forward with this.
Right.
Right. So.
Okay, that's not bad. Because some people, you have some realtors that's like pushy, like you should get it, and it has everything you want.
But so I mean, if it has everything you want, right? Mm-hmm. What are you waiting for?
True.
Because
they be scared.
So I mean, fear of the unknown. But if you always be afraid, you'll never get anywhere. You'll always stay stuck where you are. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. You gotta take that leap. You gotta take that jump.
True.
Especially if it has, I'm not gonna take you in a 6 house and say, buy the house. You don't like it. But if you saying it's an 8 and it has everything you want, what you waiting on? You waiting for somebody else to come buy it?
Yeah. I think some people be like, they really don't believe that they got to that point. Because I was like that too. I was like, I can't believe that they approved me for this,
Right.
and I'm here, and I'm about to get it, and now you're just trying to talk yourself out of something
Yeah,
else.
and a lot of people do that, talk
Yeah,
themselves out of it.
they do.
Like I said, that you let that fear overpower you. Like, and you want to stay stuck. You'll be looking at houses forever if that's the case.
Yeah.
2 years down the line, you'll still be looking at houses and wondering why you haven't found the ones because you've been staring at the one. You stared at the one several times, but you just weren't ready to pull the trigger.
Have
So.
you had people come with the people that actually are the buyer and kind of like mess everything up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they be like, nah, you shouldn't get this one. You be like,
Yeah,
why are you
yeah.
here?
Yep. I've had that. They bring family members that, like, they know what they want, but the family member or friend talks them out of it
Yeah,
completely.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
It sucks. It sucks
Yeah.
when they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know. What do? You go into another room, or you be like,
Well, I mean, I would just
you stay
wait
out of it?
later and say, hey, listen, I
Mm-hmm.
know you had such and such there with you, but what do you think?
Right.
Let's talk about why you loved it.
Okay,
What
that's
did you
smart.
like about it?
Yeah.
Right? Because remember, this is going to be your house.
Yeah, they ain't paying for
This is
nothing.
going to be your house. You're going to have to live here.
That's true. That's really good. Okay. Yeah. Now I know you have the first time home buyers. Is it like a seminar?
So yes,
Or
we do have the first time homebuyers event coming up.
okay. All
Right.
right.
So I'm not sure you guys are following me. If you need the link, it's on my page. I'm a grown ass woman.
I'm a grown ass woman.
That's one of my pages. So that's my
Okay.
personal page. But I collab. So I collab. I collab my real estate page with my personal page.
Okay.
Because I'm a business.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So I need people to know.
Mm-hmm.
Brandi, real estate. I'm a grandmother's woman, real estate. Miss Matchmaker, real estate, real estate.
Okay.
So I need everybody to know who I am.
Right.
So I
All
collaborate.
all the different parts of
Yeah.
you.
So I
Yeah.
collaborate on my pages. So I collaborate. So
Mhm.
yes, we have the first time home buyers event coming up July. I gotta give y'all the date later.
Okay.
In July, it's gonna be at Tiffany's.
We
on
in
the
July.
Huh?
We in July.
Yeah. It's
July.
This month.
Okay.
It is at Tiffany's on the Boulevard.
Oh, I did see
Yeah,
that.
it's gonna
Okay.
be from 12 to 2.
Tiffany's the bakery.
Yep, like
Okay.
the diner. Yep.
Oh,
gonna
it's
be
a
right there.
diner.
It's like a diner
Okay.
slash bakery.
Mhm.
So if you want to come, Saturday, July 25th.
Okay.
All right. So
That's an
it's
odd
free-
combination with the bakery.
Yeah,
I thought it would be like a place of, like a business or like a regular, something more real estate wise, but like a bakery
So one, we want people to come
or
be
food.
relaxed.
Okay.
Right. So I mean, it's formal, but it's informal. We want people to come, be relaxed, be themselves,
And eat.
have a little bite to eat.
Okay.
And learn some information. And people that are wanting to be homeowners but don't quite know how to get there,
Mhm.
get the information and the tools they need to make that happen.
Right. Do you run across the people that think grants are like a fraud or like they think
Yeah.
it's fake or they be like, I ain't getting this money. This is not real. You run into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I've worked with. So let me be honest with you. Almost all of my buyers get grants.
Mm.
So I've worked with a lot of people that a lot of times, a lot of my leads come from social media. But if you notice, I always post my closings because people want to know that you're real. Like
Yeah.
you're not talking about people. Because what ends up happening is when you post buyers, right? What ends up happening is their friends see it, their family see it, so they know now. Like, oh, she is who she says she is.
Right.
That's my cousin. That's my aunt. That's my friend. Right.
Mm.
So I let them know, like, hey, listen, I'm not just saying I do this. I do this.
You are doing it.
I do this.
Exactly.
I do
Talk
this.
your ish.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it's the grant money is there. So, for people that are ready to buy but just a little short on cash to close, City of Philadelphia has a $10,000 grant. I normally work with a lender that has a grant as well. We call it stacking the grants. We take the two grants and
Oh,
we
you can
combine
stack them.
Yep. So
Okay.
like the grant that I'm working on right now with the lender is a $12,000 grant. With the city grant, that's $22,000 in grants towards the purchase.
Okay.
So a lot of my buyers either come to the table with about $3,000 to $5,000, or, and I say that's the minimum, but that's the minimum I want you to have to get started. But
Okay.
most of my buyers end up having to spend zero at the closing table
Yeah.
because of grants.
Yeah, you definitely can come to the table. I've gotten my first house with no money down.
Yep.
So like people think it's not true, but I'll be like, it is, and they be like, oh, you ain't getting no house, and I'm like, I did. I've got a couple houses without no money down.
I did.
All the time, yeah. And they don't. I've gotten two houses at one time. People don't know you could do that too, but like you could do that. Is
Right.
You know,
right.
you just got to be crafty
Right.
with
You
it,
just
you
gotta,
know?
for real, to get two houses at one time. It's something you gotta have a little bit of cash saved.
Yeah.
And you definitely gotta have good credit.
Yeah.
You definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You gotta have good credit.
It ain't as good as it used to be back then, but yeah.
But listen, it's
But no,
fine.
it can happen. A lot of people think that it
Right.
can't. So when I tell people that, they be like, no, you can't do that. I'm like,
But that goes back to what I say. A lot of people in our community don't know these things.
right.
So you know that's what I'm here for, to teach them.
Right.
You know.
I also I try to tell people about the gift of equity too, and they don't know about that. I don't know if you like familiar with that. And I'm like, that's one of the best ways to try to get a house to pass it on down.
Yeah.
Like if
So
you
when
could do that.
purchasing a home, a family member can give you money towards the closing from the equity of the home.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy their home, let's say they've owned a home for 20, 30 years, they have a lot of equity, you could purchase a home, right? And they can actually take some of that equity and use that towards your down payment and closing
Yeah.
costs.
I try to tell people like that because people be like, I'm about to lose a house. And I'll be like, look, it's a thing called, and they just be like, they wind up losing it anyway because they don't think it's real, and they know how it is a little bit of work in the process, but you know, I'm like, that's a shame how you
Right.
just let that house. What do you think about when people have a house and they pass it on down to the second generation, and then the second generation don't even care about it, they just want to sell it, and it's like, dad, you did all that work, the mom dad got all that, equity in it, or just
Right.
worked so hard to get it.
So I think what ends up happening is a lot of times when family members pass down on homes, like I've had a client where what ends up happening is, especially if it's still a mortgage on a home, what ends up happening is this family member, right? You pass the home down, but remember this family member has their own bills, they have their own mortgage.
True.
And sometimes it becomes hard for them
To keep
kind
it.
of balance the two.
Yeah.
So they like, well, wait a minute, I got my own bills. I can't afford to, take care of the mortgage on this home. So a lot of them just want to sell it because they can't afford to keep it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Now if it's paid off, it's different.
Yeah.
So
Even when it's paid off, they still mess it up,
right,
though.
because you know why?
The
You ever
taxes
notice
and
that
stuff.
sometimes when we gotta work for things ourselves, it's different than if somebody just handed it to you.
That's true.
You know,
Right.
that blood, sweat, and tears. You didn't put that blood, sweat, and tears into it, so you don't have that same
Yeah.
connection.
That care.
Yeah, right.
That care.
Yeah.
Do you have kids?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I got.
Are they you setting them up for?
I mean, I'm
Really?
trying.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm trying. Your kids are kids. They like to hear stuff from other people. You know, a lot of times they want to hear it from their friends or other people. They don't want to hear it from
Even
you.
though you in it.
Yeah,
They don't care.
You still mom. You don't mom.
Right.
You still mom.
We don't care.
Yeah.
That's sad though. You know.
So I have a granddaughter.
You got a granddaughter?
I have two granddaughters.
No way.
Yep, and a grandson on the way. But my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, she always says.
What you mean your oldest says? She talking?
She's 11.
Oh my God.
11.
You look super young. I can't
you,
see you
yeah.
having no grandkids.
So she says that she's gonna be a real estate agent like her grandma.
Okay.
Yep. So she. Yep.
That's dope. What is it? 2 weeks now to become a real estate agent?
No. When I took the class, it was like 10 weeks.
10 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like 2 or 3 weeks before.
And the book is like this.
Wow.
So that 10 weeks.
They ain't playing.
There's a lot of information, and then once you pass the class and you get you have to actually take 2 tests. So you got to take a national exam and a state exam.
Wow.
National real estate exam and a state exam.
Yeah. I thought it was like 2 weeks. I don't know why. She said no. All right. Did you pass it the first time?
So I passed the state on the first time.
Okay.
I had to retake the national because the national has a lot of like other state questions and stuff on it. So it's a lot more questions.
Wow.
Right. So because it pertains to not just Pennsylvania but other states' laws as well. Right. So yeah, I had to take it a second time. But
Are you gonna like venture off into other states, or are you gonna just stay here?
I've been considering it. Initially, when I became a real estate agent, I said I was going to do Delaware, only because a lot of people from Philly do move to Delaware.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they moved to Jersey.
So Jersey has extremely high taxes. Not everybody can afford to live in Jersey. Delaware, you got places where you have places that's a little higher priced, but you also have like communities that are affordable as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can move from Philly, transition to Delaware, and still find something affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for Delaware, I don't know why. I just feel like they raised the price of it up and they added taxes in there and it just looked like it's no
Yeah,
taxes.
I mean,
To
listen,
me, I feel like that's how it is.
I don't know. I just know a lot of people, like, cause you got like Wilmington, you got different communities
Areas.
where people can move out of the Philly and
Yeah.
still find an affordable home. Jersey is high.
Yeah. I'm from Jersey. Don't be talking about my
No, that's
state.
a good thing. Jersey getting money. So.
Yeah, they get money. And it's quiet. And
Mm-hmm.
it's quiet and they
Yeah.
got the land, you know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So
Yep.
yeah. No, I'm just joking with you. So I know you post a lot of things. You promote a lot of things. I even seen you promote like a bike company, like the motorcycles and
Oh
the RVs
yeah,
and not the
yeah,
RVs,
yeah. Like the
the yeah,
slingshots and
yeah.
or ARVs or
So yeah, I was like,
yeah.
okay, she doing everything. You know
So,
what I'm
like
saying?
I said, that goes back to showing people what's here in Philly.
Hmm.
Like, some people didn't even know that. I didn't even know that store existed. A friend
Yeah.
showed it to me, and I was like, oh, I gotta get some content here, because imagine how many people in Philly don't know it's there.
True.
So yeah, so I like that's bringing people back to Philly and showing people Philly where it's
Yeah, I'll say
at.
she all over the place. She be in everything, even the clothes. You was doing clothes.
Uh-huh.
You was
Yep.
doing I seen you do parking lots too for real estate,
Right, well,
and
so I do like more so. I know a lot of people that have like off market like residential lots.
hmm
I did have a couple of like mixed use parking lots. I do a little bit of everything. I'm a
yeah,
real estate agent.
it
Hey.
was fun. It was like financing too, right? With the parking lot,
Um,
I think it was like 18,000, and then it was like some kind of like private financial
no,
assist,
I don't
something like
think
that.
so.
No,
I don't think so.
okay, I misread it there,
No, you
but
might have saw something where it was two lots.
yeah, it was two
It was a
lots.
package deal.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right.
You might have saw something where it was a
Yeah, I
package,
mean,
but
people be sleeping on them parking lots because there's a lot of stuff you could do with that if
yeah.
you get it, you
Yeah,
know?
yep. Yeah, you just gotta have a you gotta have a plan.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
have a
true.
plan.
The plan is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When they get a grant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that can they use the FHA or with that too?
So FHC people FHA is a kind of a loan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a government insured loan. So FHA is just a loan that you're getting that the government insures that in the event you default, the lender is insured.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a type of a loan. So you have like FHA and you have conventional. So
Right.
FHA typically normally has higher, will allow you to go higher on your DTI, right? Also your debt to income ratio, as well as your interest rate is normally a little lower. So someone that may not have a really good high credit score, FHA might be better for them because they'll get a lower interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
Conventional, you have to have a higher you have
Higher
to have a
credit
higher
score.
interest. I mean, a higher credit score
Mm-hmm.
in order to get qualified, as well as the interest rate is going to be a little higher.
Yeah.
But the grants, you can use the grants whether you're getting a conventional loan or a FHA loan.
Yeah. I was somewhere with one of my girlfriends and they wasn't giving her the grant for the FHA. I didn't know why. I didn't understand that. That's why I was asking you that.
So the grant, the city $10,000 grant, they don't just give it to you. You have to
Mm-hmm.
complete a whole program.
Yeah, true.
So if you don't complete the program, see what ends up happening with the city is, remember they service a lot of people. A lot of people want these grants, so
Mm-hmm.
they start the program, but they don't complete the whole program. And because there's so many people in the program, if you miss a step, most likely the city is not going to reach out to you and say, "Hey, you forgot to do this."
True.
They don't have enough, work manpower to be able to contact everybody that takes that class.
And you ain't lying. They don't just give it to you because you have to do like numerous
Yep,
things. Like,
yep,
you
yep.
know, I don't. It is one of the programs that you're talking about. What is it? The NACA. Do you
So
mess with
NAGA
them?
is a program. I don't work a lot with
Okay.
NAGA. NAGA is a program though that helps with down payment and you can have a lower credit score.
Mm-hmm.
I can work with NAGA clients. I've taken a class to be able to do it, but I don't want to talk about a program. But, it's very it can be a little intensive.
Yeah,
The
theirs
NAGA
is
process.
intense
It can be a
too.
little intensive.
I know a few people that went through it,
Yeah,
but
but if
they
you looking to work with the NACA
yeah.
program, I can help you with that too.
All right. With the grants, they can't sell the house within a certain amount of years, right?
So it depends. So one, the Philly First grant, right,
Mm-hmm.
which is through the city. you have to live in a house for 15 years. It's forgivable
That's
after
a long
15
ass
years.
time.
It is. It is. It's a long time. But remember, when I purchased, I used the Philly grant, and this is how I looked at it. Right.
Okay.
I looked at it like, how was I going to accomplish ownership? Right. I wanted to buy a house. I didn't have $20,000 saved. Right. I
True.
had some money saved, but it wasn't $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to buy a home for me and my girls. Right. I qualified for that grant at the time. I said, I'm not going to worry about 15 years down the line. I need this assistance now. When
Sure.
10, let's say I'm only in my house for 10 years. Hopefully the goal is I've gained some equity in my home. The value has gone up. So
Mm-hmm.
that $10,000, let's say 10 years, let's say I don't say 15, but 10 years down the line, when I do sell, $10,000 to pay them back won't be anything because my property value will have increased.
Mm-hmm.
So that $10,000, I'll be like, all right, y'all can get y'all $10,000 and I'm going to still make money off the sale.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. That's true.
Yep, so.
The grants are really good. Like you said, 15 years, that's like a bummer. What do you say to people that want to get their first home as like a duplex or whatever? Because I know everybody wants to jump into that. And can you still use the grants for the duplexes?
So I'm working with a client right now. In the process of purchasing a duplex.
Okay.
So with the city grant, you can purchase a duplex. You can't. So 2 units.
Okay.
It can't be a triplex.
All
2
right.
units, but you are required because it has to be a primary home.
To live
in order
there.
to take advantage of the grant, you got to live in 1 unit. It's called house hacking.
And that's what they don't want to do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, you
They
know
do?
what? It's if I didn't have no kids, I would house hack. You know why? Because what you do is you live in 1 unit, right? You rent the other unit out. What ends up happening is most likely the 1 unit is going to pay your mortgage.
Right.
Or if not the whole mortgage, majority of the mortgage. Which means imagine you being in an apartment and you paying $200, $300 out of your pocket to live in a home.
Mm-hmm.
The rent is paying majority of your mortgage. While you're doing that, right, you're increasing the value of the home. So let's say you move in and you stay there for a year, 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 2 years, the value has gone up. You've established equity. You take some equity from this house, you purchase another house.
True.
You do it again. Now you got a duplex. You done moved out of 1 unit. You done went and bought something else. Now you got 2 tenants in this duplex. So 1 in 1 floor, 1 in the other one. So now, not only is your mortgage being paid, but now you got some cash flow too.
But you can't move out right away, right? Within the
No, you can after about a year. You can,
okay, after a year.
Yeah.
All right. I knew it was like a couple years or something like that you had.
Yeah, now you're not selling it.
Yeah, but you still, yeah, okay.
You're
You
not
just
selling
you can't sell it, but you can move out. Okay, got you. All right, that makes sense. A lot of people ain't up on it though. They're not really.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, and that's how a lot of investors, people, they start with the duplex, they live in it, they house hack, and they grab something else, and they do that over and over and over and over again. Next thing you know, you got 2-3 units,
Okay.
2-3 properties, right? And then you taking equity out of each one because remember, the value is gonna increase over time. Each of those properties that you have.
Right. Do you do land or you just do?
So I do everything.
I know you do parking lots, but I don't know if you do.
I do everything, and like I said, I work with a team of women. So what I haven't done, somebody on my team has, and we're gonna get the deal done.
Do you snatch some of the deals up that you see before it goes on the market? Do you try to buy it yourself or no?
No, I own I own my home that I'm living in. I don't really right now have any investment properties, but that's my goal for the years out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you could do it. Yeah. Okay. What's the hardest thing about doing both of the things that you're doing at the same time? Because you're doing the content and the food, and then you also are real estate. You're in the real estate. Which one is the hardest thing?
It hasn't been that hard for me, only because I enjoy both of them.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy both of them, and like with the food content and like the the different places in Philly, I do that at my leisure. Like so, I do that when I want to. Real estate, that's my 9 to 5.
Okay.
I'm full-time real estate. I don't have a full-time job. Real estate is my life. Like that's what pay my bills. That's what real estate full-time.
Yeah.
But like the content, hopefully
It'll
That's how
get
I'm
to
gonna
there.
want it.
Yeah.
It be paying as much as my bills as real estate, but you know.
Right. If once you finish your class, your school, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you get your
Transcript.
certificate,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, just transcripts.
you still have to work underneath a broker, or you could go straight in.
So a broker is so when you get your license,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you can start working right away. You always have to. Your license has to be with a brokerage. You have to hang your license with a brokerage. So straight from the door, whenever in order for you to sell real estate, you have to hang your license with a brokerage. That's whether it's like right now I work for Realty One Group Focus, right? So that's who holds my license for me,
Okay.
right? Because it has to be under a broker because brokers they have different responsibilities than agents do.
They feel like you're not ready for that, or you still got to learn a little bit more. Is that
So
what it is?
in order to become a broker, you have to have a certain amount of experience, and you
Mm.
have to take broker classes,
Okay.
and you have to take a test for that as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you basically have to run the play whatever they want. Is that how it is?
What you mean?
Like, so if they're the broker and they have the foundation and they're basically saying, we got this lead, we need you to go do this or whatever, or you can still do your own thing, but you just have to be underneath
Oh
them.
no. So it depends on the brokerage. Me, all my leads come through me.
Okay.
Yeah, all my leads are mine.
Really?
But
And they don't
yeah,
want none of that.
I mean so it depends. So it depends on brokerages have different splits, different ways that they structure to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily I'm with a brokerage where my money is my money. I give them they get a fee off of every deal I do,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a smaller fee where some other brokerages they actually have a split. So they might have a 60-40, a 70-30, where you get 70%, they get 30%.
That's
So
well,
I mean,
you
yeah,
gotta do what you gotta
you
do.
gotta do what you gotta
But
do.
y'all make decent money.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
like,
so
you
I
know.
mean, yeah, we make good money, but remember, it depends. You know, it
Yeah.
depends on what kind of deal, the price of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is probably gonna be the hardest question I'm
Oh
gonna
gosh,
ask you.
ask me a hard question.
That's probably the hardest question. This is the hardest question. All right. And you don't have the answer if you don't want to.
All right.
But how do you adjust to how do you adjust to hearing speculations of people that do real estate or bad investments? How do you make sure it doesn't trickle down to you and you get in the midst of that? Like, how do you know what I'm saying? Because I know you hear about stuff that's going
Mm-hmm.
out here in the streets or whatever. We're going to say no names. But, like, how do you stay away from that and not get caught up in the madness?
I just say I operate my business from ethics,
Okay.
right? I'm ethical, right? I operate my business with integrity. So when it comes down to it, anybody has worked with me because one thing you gotta realize is, things happen no matter what field you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So something can happen with a buyer that might not be ideal, right? But with my clients, like when it comes down to it, I'm there for them the whole entire process. Anybody that's worked with me know that I work for integrity. I'm like I said, I'm fully transparent with my buyers. I'll have buyers where I might say to them like, "You sure you want to buy this house?"
Right. Like, if it got mold or something in
Like
there or
like
something like
I've
that.
had buyers where I mean, your buyers are they already have their own opinion of where they want to live, where they want to be, but the process can, like you said, can be a little bit it can be scary,
Yeah.
and a lot of them get anxious. And I've had buyers that I told them like, "Girl, look outside.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?"
You sure? You
Now,
sure that's
some
what you
people, now
want?
don't get me wrong, everybody, has been raised in different areas. Some people, like, if that's what they're raised in certain areas and they feel comfortable, you feel comfortable, that's what's the most important. But
Yeah.
like I said, I just try to show my clients that this is not about money for me. This is
Mm-hmm.
not about a check.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just push you along so I can make money. When it comes down to it, I gotta sleep at night and I have a conscience.
I know
And
that's
I'm
right.
and I and I'm big on energy, so I feel like you can call it karma, you can call it whatever you want, but whatever energy you put out in the universe, it's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's today or tomorrow, it's gonna come back. So I'm gonna try to continue to put good energy out into the universe. Because when it come back to me, I want it to be good.
I know. That's what you definitely want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know people are scared now. They like all this stuff that's going on, and not
Yeah.
not just the ones in Philly, but it's other people outside of
Right.
Philly in the real estate, and people are really scared now to like
Yeah.
give people money or even try to get a home. They like it's
Right.
too much fraud and
Right.
whatnot.
Yeah, that's
So
scary. It definitely is scary. And I hate that because I feel like those people, they mess it up for the good people. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. But like you said, that's everywhere and everything.
Yep.
You know, because I
Mm-hmm.
always tell people all the time, like somebody will say, "Oh, well, somebody said you was mean," and da, 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 da. And I'm like, I mean, like I've been in this business for 21 years, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you think that you're not gonna hear nothing bad about
Right.
me, like, come on.
Exactly.
It's like, come on. Be
Yeah.
realistic out here. But
Yep.
they really be believing that, like,
Yeah.
everybody's not supposed to say nothing about you. And I'm like,
Right.
nah, I believe somebody gonna say something bad, at least, but I'll take one person out of like thousands.
Right. And that's what it comes down to it. Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody is going to, you're going to have an experience with somebody that's not going to be the best. You can every day live, like I said, be ethical, have integrity. It's going to be somebody that you're going to work with that y'all just not going to work well. Or, the transaction might not go according to the way they wanted to or the way you wanted to.
Right.
And that's just life.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, my goal is to make sure I continue to conduct my business in a certain way, and that's all I can do. Like, and
That's
somebody
all
is
you
gonna
can
say,
do.
"Well, I don't like Brandi. You know her." Well, ask the other 100 people.
Right.
The other 200, 300 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I think that's the thing. You people got to do their research too,
Right.
so they don't do that at all.
Right.
At all. What's your favorite restaurant that you
Oh, I
like
just
to
told you
go?
when you asked me
Why? you
that.
you would think that would be the easiest
I
question, but
know, but listen, I've been at so many different restaurants. I like to eat, y'all.
okay, you got like a top three. Maybe so we'll
Ooh.
narrow it to make it a lot
Mm.
easier for you.
I haven't did a if I could say
No.
this one, I didn't do a review on this one, but I do love I love El Camino's
Okay, I haven't been
on
there.
Second Street. It's a taco place.
Okay, I'm not into tacos like
So
that.
so listen, right? So about I eat seafood now, but I just transitioned back to eating like seafood and fish maybe about a year ago. But prior to that, I was vegan for about 6 years.
Okay.
So being vegan, like it's becoming more mainstream and more trendy. But at one point, it wasn't a lot of restaurants that had like
No.
vegan options. So I still don't eat meat. So sometimes I want something that reminds me of meat, and I can go to El Camino's. They
Okay.
have the seitan wings. They have the portobello tacos. Like, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna enjoy the food.
So it's a big portobello, like a taco,
So it's
or
like a taco, and however they make it's like a mushroom with like a sauce, but it
okay.
reminds you of like because mushrooms are like substitutes for meat.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I lived off of them.
Right.
I lived
I,
off
I,
of
I
them.
mean, I've ate it before. I don't think it's meat.
So I mean, but you said that because you ate meat yesterday
I mean,
or today.
I don't eat that much meat, but I know it's not the same.
But imagine going 6 years without eating meat, right?
True.
You don't really have that meat to compare it to.
Okay.
So it might take on the flavor a little bit. It might not be the exact texture.
You just happy you eat something else besides vegetables.
Right. I'm happy that I get to go somewhere with my friends and
Right.
they get to eat their food and I get to eat my food and we can have a drink and we can have a good time.
Right. I ain't mad at
Yes.
that. I ain't mad at that. What
Yeah.
made you go into like being a vegan? Was it the like health reasons or you just
So it was. So it was during COVID.
okay.
So during COVID, I was still at the prison. So when COVID first started, I was working in the prison. Everybody was getting sick, and it was scary, right?
Mm.
So I knew like I didn't have the option. The prisons never closed. I didn't have the option
Mhm.
to call out of work. I had to go in there with people that was positive for COVID. I had to go make my tours. I had to talk to people that was positive for COVID. And I said, listen, this is my livelihood. This is my career. I don't have a choice. So what I decided was I was doing a lot of research on being vegan, and one of the things I learned about was making your body alkaline. And becoming vegan was a way that you can get your body alkaline. When your body's alkaline, your immune system is at its best.
Okay.
So I was
Can't
like,
you just do water for that or no?
no, you can
They
drink
do?
alkaline water, but that's not going to get your body alkaline.
It's not the same.
No, you ever
Okay.
heard Dr. Sebi?
Sabi?
Dr. Sebi.
I'm like, who is
Dr.
Sabi?
Sebi.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
who he is.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
yeah.
he definitely he does. So you believe in all the stuff that like they be
I
saying?
mean, I'm say that. I'm just saying that at that time in that journey, where I was at in my journey in my life, like
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make sure that my immune system was as strong as possible.
Right.
So I thought that being plant based, cutting out the meat, was
No,
one of
you're
the
right
ways that I
though.
could.
I mean, you can't really go wrong
Yeah,
with like eating vegetables
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
So
like that because all the stuff we eat is freaking garbage. You
yeah.
know, I ain't gonna lie. But do you have like a snack that you know, kind of indulge in, like chocolate cake or like
Potato chips.
potato chips?
But want to know why?
Okay.
So when I was vegan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, when you go to the store for the snack, right? So vegans don't eat any dairy, no animal based, right? So
No.
no eggs, no milk, nothing with it in it, right? So it was so easy, like when I was on a go and I needed a snack. A lot of chips are vegan, right? Accidentally, right?
Accidentally.
Accidentally vegan. They're not purposely, vegan, but they don't have like the milk, the dairy. Believe it or not, a lot do. You'd be surprised. But it was so much easier for me to go in the store and grab a bag of chips and have a snack when I was on the go when I was vegan. So I just got addicted to doing it. Like when I'm rushing and I leave out the house, I might not have eaten, and I need a snack. I'm gonna grab me a bag of chips.
Yeah. Isn't that stressful being a vegan though? Because you gotta like watch every little thing,
Uh, it
like all
became.
the like ingredients and
I mean, it becomes your norm.
yeah.
Now,
Okay.
at first, it's like stressful because it's new, but once you get used to doing, I did it for 6 years. It was just something
Mm,
I was used to doing.
okay.
Like people, and even like at on the holidays, I made my like so my she's 19 19 years old now, but she was vegan with me.
Oh.
So of my three girls, she was the only one that decided to be vegan.
Mm.
So like when we went to go family's house for the holidays, we took our food with us because I wanted to
Wait a
show.
minute. Wait. You took food with you to
Heck yeah,
go
because I
over?
couldn't eat. I couldn't eat their food. Like so, the greens had meat on them. They had so I couldn't eat them.
They didn't
So
make no like side stuff for you.
I mean, a lot of people don't know how to
That's
prepare the
true.
food,
That's
right?
true.
And then I didn't know you. I knew you said you didn't eat meat, so now they put broth in it. It don't have the meat, but it still got the broth in it.
Right.
So I still can't eat. I'm not going nowhere hungry. So we're gonna either eat before we get there, or we're gonna take our food with us. But
Right.
because I still wanted to be able to enjoy. I'm social. I love being around
Being
family,
out.
being
Right.
around friends. I wanted to be there to break bread with my family and my friends. I just
Mm-hmm.
couldn't eat their food. So
Right. What's the best event that you've been to, like, so far? With the food, entertainment, and all that stuff. Because I know you've been out, you've been busy.
um,
You just went to the Roots,
oh yeah, the roast picnic was fun.
but I don't know if that's like top notch on the top of your
Um,
list or
I'm
whatever.
trying to think. I don't know. I can't really think of
No,
any. No.
maybe okay. We gotta work on that.
I know some places that I had some bad experiences at
Uh
though.
oh.
Like so
Are
I
you name
did.
dropping?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I
No,
thought you
so
was gonna
no, I'm
name
not
drop
saying that. No,
like
I went
okay.
to like food festival. So I went to like a
Okay.
vegan festival in Baltimore.
Really?
The worst.
Baltimore, with I feel like they got the prime food
It
out
wasn't.
there.
No, it wasn't the food. It wasn't. It
The
wasn't well organized.
organization. Oh,
It
okay.
was. So they didn't obviously. They didn't take capacity into mind. It was way too many people. Um, they couldn't accommodate people with the food trucks. They couldn't accommodate people with the water. People was passing out. This was like
Wow.
the year before last. It was
Mm.
so hot. People was out there. People was the ambulance was. It was crazy.
Really, the
Yeah,
ambulance was
like
out
we had to actually leave the food festival to go to a restaurant, to drive to a vegan restaurant in Baltimore to go get food.
there.
And then
Mm.
when we got there, everybody from the food festival was at the restaurant.
Wow.
It was a mess.
It was great. You know what? One of my favorite spots was I don't know if you ever been to the one in New York, the Food and Wine. The Food and Wine, where they be having like celebrity chefs from like the Food Network
Oh
and stuff.
no.
Oh
Okay.
my
You gotta
God,
send
it's
me that information.
everything. It's usually in like October,
Okay.
but I don't think people know about it because the tickets are like $300 or $400 a piece.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably why they don't
Right.
wanna.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's
right.
high, but you
Yeah.
get the
The
meat.
experience. The
Yeah,
experience.
you
Yeah.
actually see them cook in front of you
Right.
and get the
Right.
books and all the stuff that they got going on.
Right.
When Run DMC will run, he was cooking and stuff like that. He was there. His wife was there. I met Emerald Lagasse and a couple
Mhm.
other people. Martha Stewart was there one time. They have like all these different people from, the Food Network and
Right.
stuff like that comes out there. It's really dope. But the best thing about it is everything in there is free.
Oh,
All
okay.
the food,
So,
all the samples of like
right.
everybody in New York and from all over the place, they're all in there.
See, that's the only thing that I don't like about a lot of the food festivals.
Why?
Because they make you pay for admission, right? So
Yeah,
you pay this, you basically just paying to get in the
pretty
gate.
much.
And once you get in, I guess that's how they curb how many people show up, I
Yeah.
guess. But so you pay this money to get in, like even a VIP, and nothing is, you still got to pay for everything once you get there.
No, everything in there is free.
No, that one.
Yeah, that
But
one is
that
free.
one, I would love that one. But like I
Yeah,
said, some of these events you pay
you
a
still
hundred
gotta.
dollars just to walk through the gate, and then you still got to spend all this money once you get in
Yeah.
there.
But yeah, that one is everything was in there. They even this is when like Uber, no, was it Uber? Yeah, Uber had just kind of like kicked
So,
off,
right.
and they gave us like $25 a gift card
Okay.
to like,
Okay.
and I needed that because I was done. I was wasted because
Right.
they had like beer vendors out there and
Right.
like
Right. Right. Right.
liquor and all of that was free. Now, if you want to buy stuff,
Right.
that's what
Right. Right. Right.
But I just sampled everything. I went
Right.
around a couple times.
Right.
I went
Yeah.
by myself. I had such a good
Oh,
time,
really?
but
By
I was
yourself?
drunk.
I'm bringing it up.
I was drunk. And I mean, they had like giveaways and all kind of like free samples and stuff. It was probably like the best event I've ever been to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just hot.
Right.
It's just hot.
Yeah.
But it was very organized.
Oh, see, I like
Yeah,
that.
it was
Yeah,
a lot of people there though.
I've been wanting to go to a lot of different festivals, but I just been the
We've been
few
busy.
experiences that I've had, like the food festivals, like the not being organized, and
Yeah.
I just been like, I like to go, like I'm a social person, I like those type of events, but when it's not organized, it makes it scary, and then you always thinking like, okay,
Well, you gotta try it.
yeah,
See?
yeah.
I'm sure you can find some good, but you going for content too, right? More so.
Yep. That's,
You know.
Yep, content. Yep.
You gotta kind of look at it like, all right, I'm just here for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Did you
Yep.
go to the Ben Franklin?
I did. Where was I at? Oh no, I think that was my granddaughter had to sleep over that day.
It's so weird for you to say your granddaughter. I'm telling you, it's like who? What?
You heard about it. I wanted to go. My granddaughter, like, she had to sleep over that day, so
Yeah.
I was, I was.
Would
good.
you have went if you could have?
Yeah.
Yeah. They said that they was mad because they thought there was gonna be like vendors on the actual
Yeah, 'cause they were saying
bridge.
everything was free, so.
Yeah. They said it was free on like the other side
Right.
of like
Right.
Camden, like over there, over that way.
Right,
But
okay.
it wasn't no water or nothing, no pit stops like along,
Right.
and it was like I think 100 degrees out there.
Yeah.
So I knew something was gonna wind up being a little, but I did think they was gonna have like vendors along going down. That's what I thought they was gonna do too. But it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So but anyway, do you cook a lot when you go home and you
I haven't been lately. I
no?
haven't been.
Why you looking?
It's like, oh
You went outside. Do you bring the leftovers home, or
I-
you one of the people that don't like to bring doggy bags?
So I do. Girl, I want my
Okay.
food.
All
I want my
right.
food.
Because some people be like, I'm not taking this home with me.
No, and then like for instance, I mean I do have, girls home.
Mhm.
So I was like, I'll taste this, try this. So,
Yeah. What's the most expensive thing that you ate?
Most expensive thing that I eat.
Or you don't pay attention to the bill?
Well, I mean, I do. Girl. I mean, but I do. But if it's somewhere I want to go, I want to go. You know,
Right.
you understand? Like, because a lot of times it's about the experience.
Mm.
Sometimes you gotta pay for experience.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
So it's like, I wanted the experience. Even if sometimes, let's say you go somewhere, the food is not that great, but the experience is awesome.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is just the experience.
The experience.
I went to one spot and I know I'm probably gonna say the name wrong. I think it's Peru or something like that. They have one in Fishtown.
Okay. I think
And so basically you eat with your hands.
yeah,
And it's like that.
you
Yeah, you have that big old fish and
Yeah.
whatever. So I don't know about you. Do you bring any like condiments with you, like hot sauce or
I
rice? Or
don't.
something? I do. I'm sorry.
I don't.
I got a little bougie because sometimes when I went to that, I said
Uh-huh.
I knew you're not gonna have no hot sauce,
Okay.
and they didn't have no hot sauce, and I'm so glad because I like hot sauce on my fish a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't have it, and I was like, thank God I brought my sriracha.
Right. You know what? What's the name of the restaurant that I like that I went to? It's a vibe. They do the cherry blossom. It's the speakeasy.
The speakeasy. I haven't been to a speakeasy.
So this one is down Second Street, not too far. You know what El Camino's is?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it has. I don't know if you saw it on my page. It has the. It looks like a vending machine out
Oh,
front.
I seen that. Yeah, on your page.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's not
it
like
was nice.
you know. What's so funny is so last winter I had been seeing it on my timeline. I've been wanting to go right, but I was going to El Camino all the time. I didn't know. I think I was walking past it all that time and didn't realize it was there until I actually intentionally went. I'm like, this was right here all this time.
Right. I be scared to speak easy. I don't know.
So
I know it's nothing wrong with them, but
no, so this one is upscale. Did you see it? It's like really
upscale, yeah.
upscale. It's down, down Fishtown, so it's a nice vibe. It's
Fishtown
definitely a vibe.
is the place to be. They be sleeping on
It's
Fishtown.
it's
Yeah.
definitely it's a vibe. It's a
Mm,
vibe.
I would think I've been here 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first came here, they was like, this is like the new South Street. And da, 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 da. And then I saw it in Forbes, and I was like, "Thank God, this is the place I need to be."
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
it's all about the location too. Prime real estate is everything.
Yep.
You know,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that whenever because I had an office down at the clothespin,
Okay.
and it was like, "You're in prime real estate." I was like, "I am." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"I am."
Mm-hmm.
So, because it does matter where people gotta go.
It
It does.
It does.
You
It
know,
does.
because they gotta pay for parking, they
Right.
gotta pay for that. I know that was a headache down there.
Yeah.
They was really
Yeah.
pissed
My
off
office
about
is
that.
down there.
You got an office down there?
My broker's office is down that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your goal out of the real estate, and what's your goal out of the content, being a content creator?
Um, I guess real estate is. I guess I'm already kind of doing it. Is like, it's rewarding for me. Just one purchasing my home as a single mom. Right. I was a single mom when I purchased my home. I did it on my own, and I remember it's going back. So I was raised in a home. My mom and dad was around. So home ownership looked different. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a mom and a dad. Right. In a house. So me being single, I never thought. I always wanted to own a home, but I always thought, well, I gotta get a husband. I need
Yeah.
to have a partner to buy a home, right? So being single is like you thinking it's like it's not gonna happen, but then light bulb went off. Like, girl, you could do this by yourself. So I help so many women buy homes right now.
That's
Like
dope.
single moms, like out here, and I'm talking about buying nice homes.
Nice one.
Nice homes, like single moms. So like that's so rewarding for me, and I just want to continue to do that. But also maybe to branch out into the luxury homes. That would be a goal.
Yeah.
But I don't want to completely stop. Middle class, like I said, single moms, people that thought that home ownership was out of the picture for them. I don't want to ever stop helping them because, like I said, it's rewarding. Like helping them, helping somebody that thought that they could never accomplish that. Like it's different.
Yeah. It is a lot.
Yeah. So and the content would definitely be to increase my views and increase the income I make off of that as well because I enjoy it. And it's like if you could do something, enjoy something, and make money, why not?
Right. Why not?
Why not?
It makes sense. Okay. Would you do a reality show?
It depends on what kind of reality show.
It would be about what you're doing. The content, like you, the background,
I
and
guess I could.
All
It would
right.
have to be classy.
okay.
It would have to be a classy show.
Okay. You wouldn't do it like what is it? What is the Bel Air? What's the girls on I don't know if you watch Canvas. What's her name? Stormy. The Bell something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
That was a little classy with this. Then you had their ratchet moments.
little
ratchet moments.
Flavor in there.
Yeah. I think they need to do that, like the behind the scenes of like some people sometimes,
Yeah. 'Cause you know what? Believe it or not, people think real estate is easy. Being a real estate agent
It is not easy.
because they see the glitz and they see those shows. They see those reality shows, so they see the glitz and the glamour, but they don't see the behind the scenes.
That's
is
true.
work.
Who would you say is like your top 3 real estate people you admire?
Top 3 real estate people.
Like they could be like well known or
I don't
you know,
if I
or you
would
don't
say
really.
real estate people. Not like that.
Or like investors. Who would you say? You know.
Investors.
Like, or I mean, I watch like million dollar
So I
listing and
don't watch
stuff like
them
that.
shows.
You haven't watched them
I watched them shows when I initially like
when you first
when I
started?
first started. I don't because they not realistic.
Oh,
I mean, like I said, a lot of times is you see the glitz and the glamour,
mm,
right? You don't get to see behind the scenes the work that's really put into it. I don't really watch too many of those shows.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, people might get
I
mad
watch
at
it
me.
for fun.
I mean, I did, like I said,
I
at
watch
one
it for
point,
fun.
I did watch it at one point, but I haven't been watching it.
Do
I
you have
haven't
the
been.
over the top like opening houses and stuff like that, like they be doing,
Right, right,
like
right.
violence and all that? No, you don't do that.
I mean, if I had a huge luxury
Budget.
listing like that, then because you gotta remember some of those shows, they might have like a $20 million
No, they
listing.
gotta come out their own pocket though.
Right. Well, I mean, when you make that commission off that $20 million
Right.
house, that's not gonna mean nothing. You gonna be like, oh, that's nothing.
Right.
So if you selling the $20 million, so with real estate, obviously, like you said, is your own money, and people don't realize you got to invest your
Mm-hmm.
own money into the business, right? But if you sell a $20 million house, you should be putting some money away for your marketing, for your business, so that when it's time for you to get that next $20 million listing, and you got to throw that open house, you got some money in the budget for all
Exactly.
that stuff. You know?
That's true.
Yes, you should.
Did you manage well during COVID?
So
Whenever
so remember during COVID, I was
you were
still in the
still,
prison.
yeah, you were still at the prison,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and all that, because I know during that time a lot of people couldn't go out and do nothing.
I ain't had no choice to go out. Remember, I had to go inside the prison every
Yeah.
day.
Whew.
Go talking to people. They was positive. They was showing up positive. I couldn't say no. I can't talk to you.
Mm.
Especially at that time, I was a supervisor, so I had to go around and tour the areas and address issues.
That's so
I couldn't
scary.
say, "Oh no, you got COVID. I can't talk to you." I didn't have a choice.
Did you go in there with like special
I mean,
outfits
no.
on,
So we
or
went in there with our uniform on
really
and a mask.
just a mask?
And a mask.
That's crazy.
And it was so crazy because initially when we didn't know what it was, like it was like we thought it was going to be gone in a couple weeks,
Mm.
but it was around for a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
And then we remember they didn't know how it was being passed. They didn't know all any of those things. So we was just like in there with people turning up positive.
So they didn't have a mask though, right?
No, they had masks.
They did.
They had masks.
Oh,
They were
sweet.
required to wear masks.
The inmates.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep, they were
I
required
didn't
to
know
wear masks.
that. I thought they was just out there just
They had to wear
y'all
masks.
just had to wear them.
No,
Oh.
everybody had to wear them.
Because I know them niggas was like, how the ones that just be having them down here
Yeah,
and be
and
like,
then, like if somebody, I mean, of course we didn't know. We knew it was contagious. So somebody say, "LT, can I talk to you?" You can talk to me. Put your mask up. I
right,
need you to put on the mask.
right. Did you have to
I'm
like
here.
get physical with any of them?
Girl, you trying to give me a try.
You ain't there no more.
No. So of course you always had you inside of.
Cause you a female. I mean, I'm just saying like.
Yeah.
They think that you probably soft and you
For the most part,
petite or whatever. So it's like,
I think for the most part,
mm-hmm.
when you step in there, you gotta set the tone.
Yeah.
If you don't set the tone, they gonna set it. So I have to set the tone. Like one thing, like I said, even now, respect is due to everybody. So I'm gonna respect you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a waiter, you a janitor, you an inmate. I'm gonna give you the respect because respect is due.
True.
Now, if you got a problem with me, then it's gonna be a problem. But for the most part, I ran into issues, but out of my whole 16 years career in corrections, I didn't have too many issues because, like I said, like I respected the guys for the most guys. I worked with the guys and the girls. I respected them. They respected me.
Right.
You know.
What's something that you learned from being, in that world that bleeds into this right now?
So, one of the things I actually took from working inside corrections was that a lot of people in corrections, they allow the career to change who they are. Right?
Okay.
Right? So, back to the respect thing. Like, I wouldn't, especially as a woman, see women go in there, they come out, they end up hard, rough. Maybe not as feminine as they used to be. They allow it to change them. And I love what I do now because, like you said, I did have to go in there. I had to be, firm and, I still was respectful. But sometimes the way that people treated other. I'm not, I gotta be careful what I say because I'm not
Right.
there no more. But I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like respect is due to everybody, and
True.
I love the fact that when I walk out the door, I don't have to walk out with this grimace face on.
Yeah.
Like I could be me. Because I felt like a lot of times I felt like I was unlike everybody else because I wasn't going to allow the prison, the environment to harden me.
Yeah. Because you knew that kind of wasn't who you
You're
was.
right, exactly.
Yeah. You
Right.
had to be tough. I'm like that even in this business
Mm-hmm.
because predominantly my fan base and my, supporters are males.
Right.
So it's like, I'm all like, hi, everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they be like, yeah, you going to do that. And I ain't doing nothing for you, nigga. You know what I mean? You gotta be
Yeah.
tough with them because they
Yeah.
will run all over
Is it
you.
yeah? And so,
Yeah.
like I said, you have to set the tone,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I feel like you can have balance, like setting the tone. Like, listen, I'm gonna respect you. You gonna respect me. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, you already know what it is. I'm here. I have I have a job to do, and that's what I'm here to do. And you gonna
True.
respect me, and that's it. But just because you're in authority over people doesn't mean that you have to treat them less than.
True. That's true. Okay, Brandi, did you have anything else that you want to talk about that we did not cover? I know you got
No.
the event coming up. Did you get the date correct?
Yes, I remember I said it. I told y'all. So it was July 25th.
July 25th.
From 12 to 2 at Tiffany's on the Boulevard.
Okay.
And are you going to put my social media
Yeah.
handle on? So
Mm-hmm.
you can put both of them on here.
Okay.
And if you guys are interested in attending the first time homebuyers program, the seminar is free. All you got
Okay.
to do is click the link on my bio on either one of my pages and register. And register quickly if you want to come. Last 2 times we sold out. One more thing.
Uh-uh.
All right, two more things. So
Okay.
we talked about grants, but yes, the city of Philadelphia has a first time homebuyer grant,
Mm-hmm.
$10,000. I also have a lender that has a $12,000 grant. I stack those two grants, $22,000 towards your purchase. If you're looking to purchase, you got $3,000 to $5,000
Ooh.
saved. Minimum credit score 620. 2 years
Okay.
work experience. Give me a call, even if you aren't ready right this moment. I'm gonna help you get ready. So if you're looking to purchase and you just don't know which way to go, hit me up.
Well, wouldn't they be a waste of your time right now if they
No,
was to hit you up now
no,
and they're not ready? No?
no.
You still want them?
Because
Okay.
a lot of people, this is the thing, people don't know what they need to do in order to get ready.
Mm.
So they need to have that conversation. Because if you're not ready and you don't know what to do, you'll never be ready.
Right.
But if you have the conversation, I can guide you, I
Mm-hmm.
can direct you, and get you ready. So you might not be ready today, but you might be ready in 6 months. You
Okay.
might be ready in a year. And the only
True.
way you're going to find out is getting yourself prepared and finding out what you need to do.
Okay, I would have been not the opposite. I was like, call me when you're ready.
Mm-mm.
But people feel like I gotta have all this money
No,
down. I gotta have like 20,000.
no, that's why you're going to have 20,000, but it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
$20,000 in
Somebody else's
grants.
money,
It's
yeah.
gonna be $20,000 in grants. You
Mm-hmm.
still gonna pay. The house still won't be $25,000 at closing, but it ain't gonna be your money.
Okay.
So
Tell them the hardest thing about getting the grant, like the process of the grant, because I know they gotta probably do like an hour or 2 hours or 4 hours. I think I did one for like 4
it is a
hours.
4 hour. So if you
Yeah.
go through the Philly First program,
Mm-hmm.
it's a 4 hour seminar. Okay. After you complete the seminar, you have to submit documents because the goal of the program is they want to make sure that you qualify as income based. So they want to help people that need the help.
Right.
So after you complete the program, you have to submit documents. They want to see how much money you make. They want to make sure that you qualify. That's the second part. The third part is you have to have a one-on-one with a home buying counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is important, especially for people who think they're not ready. When you have this one-on-one, they're going to go over things like DTI with you, budget, how to save money, and they're going to do a soft pull on your credit. When they do that soft pull, if there's things that you need to do to increase that credit, they can help you figure out what you need to do, getting
Okay.
you ready. Yep.
All right. So another question I want to ask you, because I've totally forgot about that,
Mm-hmm.
is for the people that work under the table, the people that look, I see that little
But that's why they need to call me because
right.
a lot of people don't know when you don't work, when you work under the table, you don't make no money.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, if you're not paying taxes on that money can't be traced.
Right.
How else?
So the strippers can't get no.
So they can, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one, they have to file taxes on it. In order to be able to determine the income, you gotta file taxes on that money.
Okay.
You gotta file taxes on it.
The
But like I
strippers.
said, that's you a strippers. Listen,
Listen, ain't
strippers
nothing
can
wrong
have
with
houses
strippers.
too. You listen. I don't
The
knock
strippers be
nobody.
getting stuff. I don't know
Yes.
how they be getting stuff. They be
Yep.
getting stuff.
Yep.
Not no shade or nothing. But no, like I know a lot of people that do stuff like under the table or whenever they got the money, but they just
Yeah, it's
don't.
a disadvantage because
Yeah,
when you can't prove that you make money, nobody's going to loan you money.
but they have the no doc, right?
So they do have like no doc loans, but no doc loans. One, if you're doing no doc loan, you definitely have to have good, really, really good
Yeah.
credit. Two, you want to have to probably have at least 20% to put
Okay.
down.
So they want you to have 20% for the
Yes,
no doc, and
yes.
then you can you still get the grant or no?
So no, so
She's like
most
no.
most no doc lenders are going to be a different type of lender. You probably, I'm not going to say no,
Mm-hmm.
but you probably won't be using grants. They want you to have 20%. You know,
Okay.
because one, you're a higher risk with the no doc loan. I mean, they
Okay.
could, remember, like, if they can't really trace where the money is coming from. But there are ways, like you said, there's no doc loans, but you're not gonna get that grant with it.
Right. Okay. Is there any advice that you would give somebody? Well, besides filing their taxes and filing that they are, is there like another way that they could kind of? Well, maybe we shouldn't talk about that because.
Yeah,
Yeah, never mind. Yeah,
never
never mind. I was trying to help y'all out. But
Call me.
yeah, call her. Maybe she'll throw you some tips or whatever. All right, but all right. Brandi Bradley is in the building. I'm so honored to be here. This woman, listen, if y'all pay attention to her now, she's definitely gonna be big. She already big now, but she's gonna get bigger than that. I'm honored. That's why I gotta get it. I gotta get people before they start getting real big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they be like, oh no, I'm not doing that interview. I'll be like, oh damn. You got to get them early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm super proud of you and
Thank
everything that you
love
got
you
going on.
too.
So,
And you inspire me. Like, y'all gotta get down here. If she invites you, come down here, cause this is awesome. I'm so proud of her. Thank you so much for
you're
inviting me and
welcome.
for having me. I enjoy really being here.
She was scared though. You was
I
scared.
was scared.
You
I'm
was
always
scared.
scared though at first. Though.
You did good though. You
Thank
did good.
you.
All right, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandi Bradley. Check out the website, airitoutradio.net. Smack.